Good morning, afternoon, and evening, race fans, and welcome to this second round bracket, second game of the round tournament race between Kennedy J and latebit. This is and we're going super.
Oh yeah,
This
really
is
fast.
Lol, Messenger Death, which is almost spelled correctly up the top here. And joining me in the race booth today, we have CD Improv.
How you doing today, Messenger Death? Thank you very much for joining us. It's greatly appreciated, as we apparently can't speak Hylian and German, and we've got any roads that take us just to the opposite side of the pond.
That's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure the Breath of the Wild world record speedrun is in German. Obviously, German is highly.
Hey, latebit has found level 7. Now, I think we're going to wander through, check a couple of rooms, grab this key, and leave and go, please don't make me come back.
This is a great one to find early because the looming specter of exploring it will hover over you for the rest of the race.
Okay, I haven't added an R to your name because we're also being trackers today. As Kennedy J is going to find a very purple level 5 underneath the Armos up in, I think, Lost Hills.
Oh my gosh. I hope what he finds in here is a different palette. Oh, and it was briefly orange. It worked out.
I mean, I like the purple. It's grape jelly. It makes me want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. As we can pirouette that door that's straight ahead, latebit's going to find the any roads on his side of the map, and wow, that's perfectly useless.
Answer a question in chat. The timer is in your heart.
It's okay. I can fix that too. It's just going to take me a second because we are on the old Randomania tracker, which means that I have to start it, pause it, stop it, and then type in the information.
That's pretty special. But you know what? If it gets us this fine race here on the Z1 randomizer Twitch stream, aces.
All right, we're going to pretend that is close enough, and yay, there we go. All right, anyway, we're going to check Death Armos. Kennedy J is going to find level 7, which was hiding over in that direction. We have a 39 rupee medium secret.
Okay, I'll take 39.
I mean, it's like halfway to a candle. That's good. Maybe. We don't actually know how. No, but we're being optimistic that the game is not going to make the candle, like, too expensive to the point where it needs, like, 3 medium secrets. All right, latebit has checked some of the northeast corner. He's found 39 rupees for his trouble. He's going to go check some of these Armoses because you want to know what the Armos item is. Maybe it could be that red candle, and then we don't have to buy a candle. Kennedy J is going to pop out. He is now above level 5. I think we're picking up exploration on this side because he took the unfortunate death on the overworld to, oh look, there are darknets. Latebit is going to up A and go back. We have a banana as our Armos item, and at under 4 minutes in the game, you pick it up because it's going to be really useful to stun some of these things on the overworld.
Or if geese are there or something rolled down and you can perform literally any offensive action at all.
Exactly. It allows you to maybe pretend that you have some form of a weapon or stun this Armos so he doesn't kill you before you get to see the ghost item.
Just anything that affects the game state at this point, because if we can't kill, we can't even pick up bombs. We got nothing.
Very true. And that candle store that we were talking about earlier is going to be at most behind a bomb wall. Kennedy J is going to find his first 39 rupee medium secret. Latebit is up to 37 because apparently, thank you for doing the math chat, we have a 21 rupee door repair. Kennedy J is, oh, look at that! We got squishy Octoroks, and Kennedy J is going to get the first bomb pack of the game from that blue boom, that banana. Regular banana.
Okay, great. The world, like doors, beginning to open up.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Well, those are silvers. On the coast, we're definitely going to need a ladder.
Just, Link, my dude, just jump. It's not like you're carrying a lot right now. You have a boomerang and a skirt.
He has a skirt?
Well, it's not pants.
I mean, it looks like pants to me, as we're going to find level 4 on Late Bit's side. We are at the Vanilla Wood Sword Cave.
That's just graphical limitations.
Oh. I mean, it looks like 2 little legs, and those 2 little legs are generally covered in fabric, so I just naturally assumed that he was wearing pants while adventuring in Hyrule.
Or I'm fine with digging a little bit as much as is physically possible, which is 0. Hooray!
Well,
Oh, no,
we
he
have
has
one other door.
2 keys.
All right. Oh, 132 rupee for the large secret. So now if you're kennedij, you're going to up a save because you have a decent amount of money. And on the off chance that the next, 8 things that you open are door repairs, you can up a retry and get all of that money back. All right, money-making game, really close to our start screen. Late Bit is going to go check vanilla level 1. And we're going to gamble some more. Okay.
Gotta get back that door money.
Now, oddly enough...
giveth and the old man taketh away.
Yeah, oddly enough, Late Bit in race 1, which I vaguely remember because I called it and it was very entertaining and good. Though we do need to switch the Triforce count back to Late Bit. Actually took race 1. Late Bit was playing the money-making game a few times, and it was highly entertaining because every so often it was like, nope, we lost, and then finally he hit it big and was able to buy things. All right, here we go. We've got Grave Armos checks as kennedij finds the aforementioned level 4. Late Bit's now down to 80, or up to 86 rupees. I don't remember what it was before. Oh, look, whiz robes. This is fine.
Well, they're not on the overworld. Small wonders.
I would almost rather, oddly enough, I'd almost rather they were on the overworld. Late Bit's gonna check vanilla level 5. We are still looking for our sword. It's gonna be in an open cave that we can get to, but we are kind of running out of places to check, and I want to say off the top of my head, we have Desert Cave, we have Vanilla White Sword area, and the open cave next to Vanilla level 9.
Legally, we have a candle shop somewhere.
I mean, it could
open up burn bushes.
Well, so the funny part is that candle shop is guaranteed to only be blocked at most by a bomb. If you're lucky, there's one that is wide open and free to the overworld, but we haven't found it yet.
And I can understand kennedij rationing those bombs a bit because there's not a lot of great ways to get them back. We haven't found a bomb store.
Yeah, and you don't know how many of those screens are going to have Octoroks on them. And so the funny part is so there are fast Octoroks and slow Octoroks. They generally roll to have different HPs, so you might not be able to kill the ones you do find.
Oh, you can't. We've seen one of them get bananaed earlier, and all it did was give them a mild headache.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see which one was, if it was the fast or the slow. Late Bit is going to take a death on the screen below Death Armos because, man, that was disgusting.
I'm starting to think the randomizer was the best thing we ever did for Ganon.
Make it easier for him to kidnap the princess? Why would we do that? We're going to find another Octorok who doesn't speak German, or Hylian in German.
We're certainly making things way harder for Link here.
Looks like Late Bit is going to go over and first he's going to check these Armoses here because he hasn't been here yet. He's going to find level 5. We know level 5 doesn't really have much we can do. kennedij may be in the right area to be able to find the wood sword if he goes up to the open cave next to Vanilla 9.
I mean, 5 gave him his first bombs. We'll take that.
Woo! There's a heart in a staircase in 5.
Now
So-
you can white sword item, maybe, perhaps.
Exactly. There's a very small chance that we'll be able to pick up the white sword. We don't know what it is yet, but hey, it's not the banana because we've already got it.
It's probably not silvers.
Well, all right. That's a sword. We're not going to be able to pick it up. And if it was silvers as the white sword item, we'd have to apologize and have to have many sons of... Oh my gosh, it's the red ring.
Not available at 3. Crying shame.
I mean, we all try to pick it up, which is kind of the funny part, is you just forget and you look at it and you go, I want that. Can I have that? Please give it to me. All right, Kennedy J is going to check the open cave next to vanilla level 9. Is our sword here? No, but we did find the bait key and arrow shop. Kennedy J is going to pick up arrows, I think. Maybe. No?
What, are you saving that money for blue ring?
No, he wants to buy the candle first. He wants to make sure that he can get his candle. So I think he's about to take the any roads to the top northeast corner, and we're going to check the waterfall area where latebit is headed right now, because I think this is the last 3 open caves, unless nobody made it into the open cave below the desert. There's the candle store.
Ah, okay, we take that. I might actually pick up some bombs while I'm there. Yep.
Yeah, those are nicely priced bombs compared to some of the seeds that we have seen.
Was that small secret 2?
I don't remember. And that's my answer to the question in chat, too, because after you call so many of these as we find our sword in the waterfall cave, after you call so many of these, you just don't remember.
I had to put a moratorium on doing more than 1 randomizer seed in a day because they became one morass of confusion.
Oh yeah, seed bleed is real. Now latebit really wants to, well, he's going back to start, but he has a sword now, so we can potentially think about going back into that level 4 we saw earlier.
And a candle, so we can check
And
some bushes on the way.
Yeah, only you can start forest fires and find 2 rupees. That's great. All right, Kennedy J is gonna check the vanilla potions letter cave, and we should hopefully get his crop fixed here shortly.
Kennedy J is going to check his resolution.
Well, oddly enough, this is something that happens if a stream disconnects when we're using Streamlink. If a stream disconnects and then reconnects at a different quality, it sometimes changes the window size.
I don't know. I'm thinking of it as a strategy. If you make the screen wider, you move left to right faster. That's science.
Okay. See, this is fine. All right, Kennedy J is setting up for the screen scroll over to vanilla level 5, which will get him his candle and a bomb refill, and should get him his sword as long as he makes it into the waterfall cave. Thank you very much, by the way, to PDX Rex for coming through for us today and making sure that this race got a restream. Greatly appreciated.
Generic shout out to our trackers and randomizers, restreamers for this stream in particular, but also the entire tournament. Almost literally unsung heroes.
All right, Kennedy J is gonna go ahead. Did he buy a candle? Tell me, I'm pretty sure he bought a candle, right?
There's no universe in which he wouldn't.
Okay, I'm not doing the math because I don't math. As Kennedy J gets his sword, latebit finds level 3. Thank you, chat. I was a little concerned.
Okay, 3. We did this until something stops us.
Yeah, this is not terrible. The bats aren't tanky. We have beam swords, and it's level 3, and it's segmented. Yay!
Oh look, something stops us.
Well, no, I mean, we can go. We have bombs. We just bomb through the other side.
I just mean good taste.
There's going to be possibly the transport staircase. There is one room past this, so latebit is going to go ahead and check there first. Oh, so many bunnies.
Oh, what could be worse than having to kill 3 Poles voices? Ah!
5. 5 is worse. With a wood sword. Though it does feel like they rolled down, possibly. I'm not actually counting. We are way past the time of day where I will willingly do math. Hey, heart on the floor.
It's 8. 8 stabs for a Banui.
Yeah, killing all the bunnies. All right, so this is going to be the transport staircase. But meanwhile, Kennedy J is going to go burn some of the Candle Row. We're going to find the hint shop.
Somewhere in this universe is our German to Hylian translation guide.
Yeah, but speaking German is fun, as Kennedy J is going to find his 4th heart from a Take Any.
And you saw that red ring. You take hearts.
Oh, most definitely. We know where it is. It's going to make the seed ever so much kinder. We like that idea. Oh, and to answer a question in chat, I think the bait blocked Ganon was a different race, as Kennedy J finds level 9. And I looked away and I didn't see the number.
It's 7. Everybody settle in, get a drink. What a room.
Okay, I think I did that correctly and didn't break anything. So yay!
I see 7 Triforces.
Yay! Oh my gosh. I probably would have run away, but latebit hasn't actually. There's another heart for Kennedy J. He's just going, all right, give me red ring. Give me red ring. I know where it is. I'm going to go get it. This fairy would be really good for latebit because it gives him a little added bonus to not dying to the bunny. And beam swords. Beam swords are great in bubble rooms because you can kind of stay away from the bubbles and still clear the room. To answer a question in chat, the red ring, which is the white sword item, was at the staircase at the top of East Death Mountain. Now, was this the transport staircase we came over here from? I think it is. Oh, nope, he's gonna go check. Okay, he was just clearing the room first.
Okay, fetch quest power.
Well, lots of levels, lots of second quest push blocks, so, you know, we're okay with this. We like jewelry.
But it also means we just need to get the Triforce and bam.
Yes, we're hoping. I mean, the heart off the floor would not be terrible. And generally, in the smaller levels, it's not a bad idea to clear a couple of, well, we're ladder blocked, a couple of extra rooms to potentially pick up keys or bombs. Though, right now, we just don't want to die.
Do we? Oh, okay.
Ah, thank you, chat. Chat's telling me that the floor heart was already found in level 3.
That's what got latebit up to 5, but I don't know that he's seen the red ring yet.
He hasn't. I don't think he's bombed Death Mountain at the moment. We're gonna get the compass. I think we can't get there. Or we can, we just can't get there from here. So he's gonna go back through the transport staircase, which unfortunately means clearing the bunnies again.
We are absolutely going to give it the old college try.
Well, I mean, you don't want to double dip dungeons unless you have to, and the game's like, here, I'm gonna put a recorder that's required to get a bow out of a different dungeon that's required to get a Triforce out of a completely different dungeon. Unless it gives you the fetch quest, you don't want to have to double dip. All right, here we go. So we can go south. We're gonna get 5 for our trouble.
Come on, Goma. Dang it.
Well, okay, good use of the bombs, and the Lionels, I think, are squishy. There is the Triforce out of 3 for latebit.
Might have been 4 stabs for a Lionel, which would be real low.
It'd be nice. Any kind of low and Lionel in the same sentence is a good thing. Okay, we're gonna bomb some more Death Mountain. Now, if latebit has bombs and finishes West Death Mountain and then turns right back around and goes and does East Death Mountain, he has a really good shot at being able to pick up that white sword red ring when he finds it.
But if he can't, it would be very funny.
He would also be really sad. Did that Korea just change to red as we find some more hint caves on latebit's side? If it was in the dungeon room when he picked up the Triforce, sometimes they do that. And Kennedy J just saw the magical sword, but I lost track of where.
It was up Death Mountain way, because I actually thought he was heading toward the red ring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm slightly confused as to why Kennedy J has not gone back for the red ring now that he has 6 hearts. All right, latebit has one bomb left. He's going to use it to bomb open this wall. Now, unfortunately for latebit, that leaves him with no explosives to go find that red ring. Kennedy J trying to get the screen scroll back over in the direction of the bomb store.
Have we seen the price of keys yet?
This is actually, I think, the Candle Bomb cheap key store. If Kennedy J goes in here, I want to say, nope, maybe not. We've seen a cheap key. It might be with the bait and the arrows.
76. Oh.
It's way better than 90. I hate it when you're playing a seed and both of your keys, all of your key prices roll to 90 something. And you're just like, all right, game, thanks. All right, so Kennedy J, oddly enough, was trying to get the ferry and did a clip into the river. But I think now we're going to see him, if he makes it across the screen, we're going to see him go get that red ring from East Death Mountain. Because he does have the hearts that he needs to be able to do it. And it would be really good this early in the game. Anytime you can get... Oh, he needed bombs to get it because he retried out of it. I get it. Aha, this makes sense now.
Haha, our runners who have made it 8 games into this tournament, decent at the game.
Yeah, I made it this far in the tournament as well, so it's not like I'm a schlub. But anyway,
Okay.
latebit's going to go ahead and burn some more of Candle Row. He's going to find his hint shop. We are still looking for levels 1, 2, 6, 8. More bombs for buy him. Just buy him, Kennedy J. Yes.
Interesting. Ocean early.
Well, he's already got the 6 hearts he needs to be able to pick up the white sword item when he finds it. So a lot of runners, if they have a take any and they have the 6 hearts already, they'll go ahead and pick up the potion. The potion's going to do you a lot of good in dungeons that are full of whiz ropes, lionels, anything that can murder you pretty quickly if you don't have a source of defense. And Kennedy J is 1 screen away from level 3. Latebit is, I think, working a bomb count. He's either going,
Gosh,
yeah, global drop. There he is. Here is level 3 for Kennedy J.
Nah, I just hate gorillas.
No, he was going for a very specific one instead of just murdering the entire screen. All right, red ring for Kennedy J. He's in the map room of level 3 now. We saw power bracelet, and you can get to the Triforce and the floor heart in here. So level 3 with that red ring shouldn't be too much of a problem.
No, it's mostly just speed. How quickly can you get through 8 doors to just leave, I guess? Oh no, that's right. He's coming in to try and open up this wall.
Yeah, he wants to go ahead and pirouette this, which is a good idea. You've only got 3 bombs and you're in West Death Mountain. You don't want to immediately have to go back and buy more bombs. Latebit gets the news about the 7 Triforces for 9.
I have to figure at that point, if you know where several dungeons are, it's really starting to... Oh, good, 8. It's starting to incentivize doing some digging on them. You're running out of overworld places, even with a couple of things that unlock. You've seen Silver's always a mystery. Ladder is a mystery. You got to find items.
You do, but you want to be a little bit picky with the resources you have about which dungeons you're going into. For example, if the enemy set an 8, if the enemy set an 8 is not horrible, even though it's a larger dungeon, you want to think about digging 8 because there are potentially 2 items in here that could help you.
I also don't blame anybody for not going 7.
Oh no, 7 you want to leave as long as you possibly can, especially since it's on Death Armos and was not kind. Alright, Kennedy J is heading in the direction that he needs to be able to find the Triforce first. And yeah, with the key and the Goma block in the same room, and the ladder block to the left, I think we see latebit leave level 8 for a while. We're going to come back later when we have something that helps us be able to dig this a bit more, because he hasn't burned a lot of the forest that's on the other side of the map yet.
And we only get to skip 1 Triforce.
Yes, so you got to make sure it's the right one. There is another heart pickup for latebit.
The Dongo room is a jerk.
Yeah, it's not very kind, and if the floor hits you before you stab the Dodongo after you place the bomb, the floor statues can actually take away your bomb pack sometimes. Because it changes your count, or changes what the drop's going to be.
Actually, latebit didn't even make it to that room at all.
He didn't really need to. He took a different path in 3, because this is going to bring Kennedy J north up into the bottom half of the moat room, and he's not going to be able to get through there. He may actually have to up an A.
We can get bombs. They're not expensive, but they're a schlep.
Yeah, they're kind of they're a little bit of a distance away. Latebit, meanwhile, is going to burn the forest. We didn't really see a lot of useful stuff down here, though. The magical sword is somewhere, and I just didn't see it in time to get it on my tracker.
We ain't picking it up with 7.
No, but it's nice to know where it is.
I love the bait shops right next to each other. It's like, would you like meat? No, I wasn't asking. Would you like meat?
All right. So, unfortunately for Kennedy J, the shutter door is going to close behind him. He's going to have to up an A and take a different path in this level 3, but that will push him in the direction of the power bracelet. And thank you, chat, for answering the question about mags.
Okay. 1. I'll take 1 all day.
Hey, level 1. Gonna eat our key, but that's fine.
Well, we hope it's fine.
There might be one in here. So this room in level 1 quite frequently will have a floor drop. Though in this case, it's the compass.
1's kind of mercurial with the number of keys it requires and donates.
It's known for eating as many as it possibly can. Oh, look, they died to a bomb. That's really useful. The bats rolled up, though. Oh, gross. And we're key blocked. Oh, no, we had 1 key left. Okay. Enemy set's not terrible. Latebit shouldn't have much of a problem clearing these rooms. It's just, again, he's going to run into a few more key doors than... Oh my gosh, so many bugs.
No, I'm not doing this.
Well, no, the time... So it's one of those time differentials. You're going in your head, how many times would I have to stab the bunnies to be able to finish this room? So Kennedy J is headed in the direction of his power bracelet, which we now know will be required to finish the seed, because 2 levels are under power bracelet spots.
Fingers crossed for Wrath blocked.
Spoilers from the last race I was just on. It was definitely a thing. All right, Kennedy J is trying to bomb the fire. There you go. gets the news that the bats the virus split into have rolled up, and is going to be very careful trying to take out this bunny so that he gets into, I think it's the next room over that has the power bracelet.
That Vire with those keys in it, it's like two elephants in a kobold trench coat.
All right, Kennedy J is going to go ahead and clear this room because he still hasn't seen the Triforce. The compass would also be... Oh no, did he see the Triforce? He cleared the Triforce room, maybe. Oh no, he went north instead. There is
No,
the
he
last
went the other way.
Tiny
He
Heart.
went
Yeah, he went
onward.
the other way and got stuck in the shoot room. So he's going to find the compass here pretty soon. All right, power bracelet achieved for Kennedy J. So both of our late bit in this money-making game is cracking me up. Gets the news about Silver's being on the coast.
Just giving it a rude gesture as he passes.
Yeah, this is, you're just like, really? Thanks, game. I appreciate you. All right, Kennedy J, I think he's going to go try to clear the moat room. He knows this is the moat room, and this was actually the compass, I think, on late bit's side. So clearing this is a mess, but it's necessary-ish because it'll save you some time and point you directly where you need to go for the Triforce.
Okay, yes, Red Lionel's only 4 stabs from the wood sword.
Yeah, that's not terrible. Hey, level 2 on late bit side. Again, power bracelet blocked.
On 6 key doors. Dang it.
Alright, so it's now looking
Alright,
like...
Tektites. Remember Tektites?
Yeah,
Zelda.
they're tanky though. I hate when they roll up. So the last level we're now missing is going to be level 6. There's the compass for Kennedy J. It's going to point him directly to the Triforce room. Oh!
That's a Gradius.
Yeah, the little ship game. Alright, key pickup here for late bit. This is always nice. This is a really easy room to clear so that you can kind of make some progress. Now, you just wish the pancake would spawn on this side of the river, though oddly enough, if you clear that room, come back in, there's a chance the pancake will respawn on that side. Or if you can kill the entire room, the key should spawn back in the middle of the river.
Actually, do we know how like-likes are? Could we candle them? 1. That's a different like-like.
Well, no, he's got the wood sword, so it's just a lot of stabbing. He could have cleared that if he wanted to, but it's a time thing. Like, pancakes are usually beefy, and it's going to take a while to kill the one across the river, because you can't just walk up to it. Kennedy J gets his Triforce out of 3.
You have to hope the game's enemy meandering agrees with you, and that...
Alright, well, we didn't get the perfect strike, but we're going to get it on the second try. That's a floor heart in 2.
A floor heart, or as we call it, a flart.
Alright, so we're still missing the main item here out of level 2, I believe. Unless there were 2 hearts in 2 and I missed it. And chat, if you could give me a hand, that would be great.
Not that I recall. I don't think we've been downstairs yet.
Well, level 2 doesn't have a set of stairs because it's both floor items.
Well, that's just silly. Red,
Well,
get on that.
in the vanilla game, that's where you get the blue boomerang, is off the floor of level 2 after picking up the wooden boomerang in level 1 off the floor.
That's where you get the blue boomerang only if you pick up the blue boomerang.
Go!
Look what you did.
Fred Coughlin, monkey eating ice cream emotes, please. There we go. All right, I waited the appropriate amount of time to put it in chat as well. So we're doing good. There's the Triforce pickup from Latebit. I mean, to be fair, this is my favorite boomerang.
What options are there?
For boomerangs, there's the one that only goes half the screen. And then there's the one that goes the entire length of the screen as Kennedy J goes ahead, picks up a cheap key out of the shop in Death Mountain. He had a decent amount of money, so it makes perfect sense to do it now.
Okay, but are we counting the... Oh, here's 6.
4 power bracelet blocked dungeons. Okay.
Another magenta palette, too.
You don't like this one?
Every time I commentate one of these, at least 2 dungeons are total fashion disasters.
Well, I mean, they're dungeons. We're not supposed to be wearing them. As we get another Take Any Heart here on Kennedy J's side.
You say that, but we definitely spend enough time in them, don't we?
Well, yeah, but they're not clothing. I get to just leave them behind when I'm done. You're like, all right, goodbye, 6. I never have to see you again. Now, if somebody gives me a sweater for Christmas, there's a chance I have to wear it next year.
No, there isn't.
All right, Late Bit is going to find this shoot room in level 6. There is another path. That room is not much fun to clear, though. With beam swords, it was definitely possible because the Gibdos were all on the other sides. Kennedy J is going to check the forgotten spot, but we have now seen all of our levels.
There's not... What else would we be looking for on the overworld?
Well, Kennedy J hasn't seen all the levels. We've seen
have
all
we
the
seen
power
both hit shops
bracelet
yet?
ones.
Have we seen
Hit
both
shops.
hit shops yet?
Yes,
I know we've seen one.
One is at the corner of Candle Row. The other one is at the second quest, level 9 spot. But the thing is Kennedy J hasn't found 6, 2, 1, or 8. So he's gonna have to kind of clear as he's going because there's a lot of things for him to still clear, looking for 4 levels we know just happen to be under power bracelet spots.
Well, he was back on the power bracelet at least 30 seconds, so...
Yeah, he's just got the power bracelet, but it's not one of those, like... So Raft only has 2 spots. Recorder has a ton. Power bracelet has a ton. So they're kind of things that you're going to fold into your exploration as you finish clearing, because what are the odds? Oddly enough, Rexy might know. What are the odds that 4 of your levels in this flag set are going to be under power bracelet? I'm not a math person, but I can pretty much tell you the odds are kind of slim in my opinion.
I don't have the numbers in front of me.
It's okay, Rexy's big on numbers.
You know what? At least 1 in 6.
Yeah, 1. Yes, there you go. Rexy's saying it's 1 per seed times 4, so it's insane. As Kennedy J is going to find level 1. Now, Kennedy J has 2 keys. He can get this key door open simply by walking to the right and coming back. So this may actually get him a little bit further into level 1 than Late Bit was able to do. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, I will put that to you guys as a challenge for later then.
I would look it up, but I'm not going to.
That's okay. The guys, so, before the tournament started, a group of people, compiled in data from, like, a bunch of seeds. Thousands and thousands of seeds. And they broke it all down, and they did a very cool presentation on it about some of the proclivities that the randomizer had, whether or not they were intended. So it was kind of funny that we found out, for one, that the sword was never appearing originally in the waterfall cave where it was today, because the randomizer kept flagging that as not a valid location. So they actually found bugs because they were doing research.
Isn't that why you do research?
Well, I imagine. Or to find solutions to things, as we have a heart on the floor of level 1. This is a very linear level 1.
Well, it is if you're avoiding all the key doors on the side. Kennedy J has had the resources to go much deeper into this than Late Bit could or would.
Yeah, Late Bit sadly just didn't have the keys to be able to do this. All right, does this push? It does. So this should be our item, because generally if you're segmented, the transport staircase appears in the first half of the dungeon. Double hearts and 1.
That's fine. That's a nice consolation prize, but we have a real prize later in this dungeon.
Yeah, something. There's at least one real item, and we found a map of level 6.
Did we?
It's a bear.
We found a
where
floor
he is
tile.
right now, that's like the eye of the bear. And then we have a potential item. Beautiful clip from latebit, by the way. Alright, so latebit is now eligible to potentially be able to pick up the magical sword, though having found all of his levels, I don't know if he's gonna bomb the overworld, and if it really is at Monocle Rock, then he may not have looked at it yet.
I think he has seen it, because it's been on screen twice, and I can't...
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
That's a beautiful one. This is, I'm gonna go with a cactus.
That's a picture of the key you wish you had you walked in. Or, you know what? One of those wooden training devices that they use for Winged Sun.
Sure. Hey, we're gonna get a key refund at the very least, so that's good. And then we're gonna up A and go back and figure out where in the world we actually need to go. Alright, latebit continuing to dig in level 6. Now, it's gonna be a floor item, unfortunately, for late... Oh man, this is guts, latebit. 4-quarter BMOS room and you're taking on left molas. Blue left molas. He's gonna get the first one down, leave the room, and that will register the kill. That's a white sword on the floor in level 1, by the way.
Okay. Level 3 tunic, level 2 sword.
Yeah, see, that seems fine.
But latebit has the tech.
He's got the bow, apparently, off of the floor of level 6. Alright, kennedij gets a really good clock. All the bunnies are in a very convenient location for kennedij, so he's able to finish clearing this room. Latebit gets the Triforce out of level 6, and the guys are back to exploring the world.
Ah, they're in sync. I appreciate that incredibly gutsy corkscrew headbutt into the middle of that room with only 2 hearts before a Triforce.
Ah, it's okay. Oh, sorry, I was talking to Rex. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta be brave. kennedij is gonna go ahead and find level 8, and he should be sensing a theme right here. Now, the ironic part is with that one key, he can go north, but the theme of this is that this is the second out of 4 power bracelet blocked locations.
We don't have audio on the runners. We don't have them mic'd up, so we can't hear what they're saying. But I can guarantee you that when kennedij walked into level 9, he audibly sighed.
Oh, about 7? I don't know. 7's pretty good. Alright, latebit is going to take his 4 keys that he got out of level 6 and go back into level 1. Now, this will get him the white sword and 2 more hearts. If he has seen the magical sword, that gives him a really, really, really good shot of being able to pick that up.
Isn't it 40%?
Oh, I don't math. I leave that up to everybody.
Oh, 2 hearts. No, it's 60.
Yeah, 2 hearts. Guaranteed is, he would have to have, I think, 4 more hearts. There's the white sword pickup for latebit. This is about the best case scenario for latebit to find in this level 1. We already know he's got the bow. Silvers are on the coast, so our runners are going to be digging for a ladder no matter what. Like, if we can't find the ladder, we can't finish the game. But the white sword being in here is going to even out the offensive capabilities, and you just kind of almost have to hope that latebit maybe thinks about checking for the white sword item Not because he needs the red ring, but because it's going to give him a lot more durability in the Wizrobe dungeons that we know are coming.
Recorder would be real super peachy keen right now because we're going to be backtracking to a lot of the dungeons we've already seen.
We might be, yeah. All right, good clock here for latebit. Here is a potential staircase room in 8 for Kennedy J. I'm trying to remember. I know latebit saw, I think, a transport in 8, but I don't remember for sure. Oh, the fires go down to 1 white sword stab. That's the recorder.
Ah, look what I did.
Good job.
You manifested a blue boomerang. I manifested art.
All right, so there is the heart pickup for latebit. Now the sad part, well, not sad part. So the fun part about intra-dungeon heart shuffle means that Kennedy J, until he finds the second staircase and he finds a heart in it, he doesn't really necessarily have to worry about clearing any of these floor rooms, like looking for a floor drop. You might do it so you can find the map, the Triforce, the compass, bombs, and all that, but it's a little bit easier right now to think that, okay, I'm just looking for a staircase. If he finds another heart in a staircase, he knows he then has to look for a floor drop. But for the time being, you can kind of ignore some of the non-shutter door rooms. latebit gets his Triforce out of 1. To answer a question from Susie in chat, so we saw 2 hearts in level 1, which means that the coast heart rolled into level 1 because otherwise there should have only been 1 there. Now I'm curious to see him try to kill those orange Lionels, because with the white sword, they should go down pretty quick. Magical sword, try and pick up for latebit.
There he is with the magical sword going, boy, I wish I knew where red ring was.
Or white sword item. Because right now, white sword item could be ladder for all he knows. Alright, we're going to enter Grape Jelly level 5. Now, we have seen a heart in a staircase in level 5. I think it's the one he's just trying to bomb out of now. So we're going to have to use the key to go to... Oh, we could have... Well, no, we couldn't have. Okay. I was going to say, I wish we could have pirouetted that. Lots of bunny stabbing for Kennedy J in level 8. Now, if you're Kennedy J, what you kind of need to have happen is you need Kennedy J to not find the ladder here in level 8, because it means he'll still be digging for the ladder by the time he gets to level 6. Because we know that the bow is on the floor of level 6.
We also know we have to clear 7 of these dungeons anyway. If you don't have the bow, you're probably doing a big long look at every place you go.
Yeah, but 6 is gonna be next to last on my list. Probably tied with 7. Oh, Kenny J has the recorder to kill this dig dogger in 8. Alright, that's
6
nothing.
at least has a map that gives me hope that things will connect to each other and not be segmented. Not a lot of hope.
Oh, latebit! Potion latebit! There you go. Good potion usage from latebit is going to keep him alive against this blue landmo. Alright, I mean...
You know what, fine.
Yeah, it's a key. We need a couple of those. We've only had 1.
That was an ambitious boomerang toss.
All right, another key here for latebit. We have a room we know can't be the ladder, so we're just going to kind of wander away from it. There's the visible Triforce out of level 8 for Kennedy J. He's going to go ahead and take it. He's found one of the items here. He may go back and check some of the rooms that were closer to start that he didn't finish looking at before. Yeah, he's going back in.
That was pretty deep in 8. If
Oh, yeah.
you're convinced this is a dead end, just bail in a way to get you full health.
Yeah, basically. He had bombed in the room above him. He'd cleared it. Here comes the map, which is going to basically confirm that he was right to do that. The room to the left is ladder blocked because it's a Chevy.
Guess we haven't discussed what shape this is. I'm going to say most of an airship.
Most? Okay. I could see an airship or like a pirate ship.
Every pirate ship is an airship once.
Are we hooking big balloons to it?
The landing is the difficult part.
Okay. All right, latebit finds the compass in level 5. Kennedy J comes to the conclusion that he's bow blocked. Oh no.
Ooh.
Good. Oh, more left modes. No. Go away, left modes. A ship arriving too late to save a drowning witch. PM 0710. That is very specific, and I love it. That is required, by the way, that bait block in 5.
I know, isn't it great? Kennedy J going into 4 with max money.
See, unfortunately for Kennedy J, the bomb upgrades are level 5, which is bait blocked, and level 7. Or I'd be like, yeah, dude, let's go find a bomb upgrade, but we know that they're unfortunately not in level 4.
At this point, well, I guess you could spend it on keys. I'm sitting there and wondering, should we just get Magical Shield?
Looks like there was a raft in 4? I did not see that one,
5.
so I'm going to kind of wait for confirmation here.
Raft was in 5.
The raft was in 5. Okay, thank you guys.
Yeah, latebit picked it up and bailed because there's a skeleton that needs meat, I guess.
To answer your question in chat, latebit hasn't bombed the cave that holds the white sword item. That may be why he picked up the raft in the first place, is because he doesn't know where the white sword item happens to be. Alright, staircase in 4. Are we segmented? And oddly enough, the guys are gonna, well, I thought they were in the same room. So Kennedy J is gonna take it in this segmented level 4.
Diligently avoiding a transdimensional high 5.
Yeah, I was like, oh, look, we got a high 5. No, they're not in the same room.
It's like Marty McFly. If you meet, we're going to have a problem.
Alright, so Kennedy J, meanwhile, has 0 keys. If he can finagle this, there is a way he can Kanana key this door using the orange whiz ropes, though it is not easy.
It's fine. We'll just pick up 8 keys on the floor.
He's thinking about it right now. That is good, Kennedy J. He's kind of trying to bait the whiz rope into spawning in the right spot. He needs it to be a little bit closer. Oh my gosh, look at this blue whiz rope room.
That's a good use of 2 bombs.
Yeah, he went ahead and did the bomb. Now, if this pushes and opens the door, yes, beautiful Kanana key from Kennedy J.
Rewarded with a key.
Oh, I mean, that was a beautiful Kanana key. So you actually have to use, to get the timing right, he used the candle boost to get him that extra fraction of a little distance towards the key door. That was fantastic. And we get another key. Woohoo!
The rich get richer.
Yeah.
This is great because there's still a bunch of
then we
key
get
doors here.
stuck in a blue whiz rope room. Woohoo!
You got bombs. Just use them.
He's doing a good job of kind of staying on the right side of the half tile.
go.
Now, he's
Oh, I
going to
know.
pick up the money he can't actually hold. Map. Oh. Well?
That is a portrait of our bait Stalfos screaming.
Okay, sure. I can kind of see that. I was going to say it's like one of those weird Star Wars AT-AT things.
But, well, excuse you, that's an AT-ST, I think. I don't know.
Meh.
I played the N64 game. End of list. But
I'm old, and it looks like the thing from the movies. As Kennedy J is also going to get the map and find out that we are in fact key blocked out of the Triforce in level 4, so both of our runners may want to keep a key.
it just occurred to me that we don't even just have an angry skeleton demanding meat. We have an angry German skeleton demanding meat.
Maybe he wants bratwurst. Yeah, that was actually a really good clear there from latebit. We're seeing a lot of really, really good combat. Oh, really? We haven't found an item in 4 yet, and the Goma's in a room that could actually have a drop.
And latebit has a bow, but I don't remember him buying an arrow.
No arrows. There we go. This is going to be either a heart or it's going to be the item in 4. You may just want to kill that guy, Kennedy J.
It's an Aquamentus. Its lot is hard enough.
That's a book in level 4. Now, we're not upset to have this because it will give us the opportunity to check hints, but we are running out of places where the ladder can be. At this point, it is 7 or it's 8. It says we're doomed, guys. Wait, why did Kennedy J leave the Triforce behind?
Spite?
Does he want the floor heart first? No keys. Oh, it was another key door. That's why. Thank you, chat. We needed the first key to get down into that little tail, and then you needed a second key to get further over. Wow, that's
Now, you told him to save keys, but did you listen?
Well, I only saw the first key door. I didn't see the second. There's going to be the key he needs to get the Triforce out of this level, though. Now, both of our runners do have enough money to be able to check the hints. Again, the hint shops are in really silly places. It looks like latebit's going to go ahead and purchase the bait.
I get that. You don't have to dig 7 or 8 to do it. You can go in, you can grab that Triforce, and then if you see something you like in 7 or 8, you can just book it.
Yeah, I kind of like this play on latebit's side because it's going to get him past the Hungry Gorilla in 5. Or the Hungry Skeleton in 5. Latebit, Kennedy J is going to take an unfortunate death trying to get back through that staircase room.
It'd be real easy to get back to this dungeon if he had gone into 8 and picked up the recorder.
Well, he doesn't want to dig 8 unless he has to. Plus, he kind of ran into the ladder block and the bow block without keys, but now he's got a lot of money to buy them. But yeah, remaining places for that ladder to be, if you're latebit, he doesn't know about the white sword, red ring. So, hey, hints, here we go. Feat of strength will lead to the bow. He now knows that... Oh, no.
Oh no, it's somewhere in one of 4 dungeons. Great.
He hasn't found the rest of them. He knows that level 2 is going to have the blue boomerang. Gorilla 7 has the ladder.
Okay.
Kennedy J knows where his ladder is.
Unfortunately, now we have a reason to dig 7.
Yeah. He also knows that the bow is in one of those power block levels, but what he doesn't know is that the remaining levels are all behind. They're all behind power bracelet spots.
Just gotta rub every rock. It'll sort itself out.
To answer your question in chat, no. The recorder has not blocked anything yet. We have 4 levels that are blocked by the power bracelet. before.
We killed a Dig Dogger once.
Latebit. If Latebit bombs up here, he's gonna get his red ring. This is good for Latebit. He is putting an effort into looking for the white sword item because this is gonna tell him it's not the ladder, and this is gonna basically give Latebit definitely a lot of an advantage.
I like swords too, old lady who gives you something that limits swords.
Yeah, Manhandle threatens on Death Mountain, level 3. Now Latebit realizes, he's like, wait, what else am I looking for? Oh, no, I've seen all my levels. It's a very good question, Susie. There's a chance that you'll find a Dig Dogger later like this in 7 is a good reason to have the recorder, because Spiky could be blocking a shutter door, he could be blocking a staircase. Latebit is going to get the same set of hints, so he's about to get the information about the ladder as well.
And he's got a beeline to 7 at that, because that's basically his path for the rest of the game. He can get the Triforce out of 5, get the ladder in 7, just beat it, why not, no big, definitely nothing coma block, and then just go stab people.
As long as he doesn't run into a Dig Dogger block anywhere in 9, or if it's not blocking the path to the ladder in 7. But yeah, he's going directly into 7.
He also has magical sword, so he's a half step up on combat here. Oh, and I guess 3 hearts.
Oh yeah, he's also only short 2 Triforces to get into level 9, whereas kennedij will have to go back to quite a few of the levels that he hasn't even found yet, especially 6, and get the bow and the Triforce out of him.
No, but the ones he has found, he can record or 2. Latebit can't, so he's going to have a much faster overworld exploration, or retracing, I suppose.
Unfortunately, most of the levels he needs aren't anywhere near the Triforces that he has. 3 is in Death Mountain. 1 is a power bracelet spot next to the fairy fountain that is the closest, but 6, 5, and 2 are all up in the top northeast corner.
Do we have a Take Any road that led us up there?
No, Take Any road, well, kind of. It takes you to the one right above level 5. So the Take Any road is a better idea than the recorder, because that'll get you a bit closer. Okay. Alright, there's some bombs in the corner. But yeah, that magical sword is definitely going to make this a much faster 7 for Latebit than kennedij with just the white sword. That clock isn't going to help very much. Map. Oh.
That's ET.
Sure. Okay. And he's doing the ET phone home thing?
He's whatever...
Like the glowy finger thing? Yeah.
Whatever pose justification they had for the Atari game.
Oh, there's the Triforce in 7. Now, if you didn't have the hint about the ladder being here in 7, you probably would have wanted to just take that and run.
I might have taken it anyway, just so I don't have to come back.
Well, they're probably going to take it in the end, because Latebit still needs 2 more Triforces.
Yeah, why would you leave a Triforce on the ground?
If you don't need it. Sometimes the refill can be a little bit lengthy.
But imagine the resale value.
We have a Triforce? We're reselling Doritos?
Will someone buy them?
Ooh, bomb upgrade! Nice bomb upgrade, holy cow.
And... yeah, Kennedy can afford that if he makes it there.
He can. I don't know. I would almost want money to, well, no, maybe buy the bomb upgrade. There is another key for kennedij. Potential staircase room and maybe floor drop. Yeah, staircase room. This is the item, I think. There's the ladder.
Great, so Latebit thinks he might be in go mode, perhaps some Egyptians believe.
Alright, kennedij, he's gonna have a hard time figuring out that arm is there, but he will get there in the end. It's in the direction of his Triforce. Once he gets the map, it's gonna show him pretty clearly where he needs to go. And now latebit's just gonna go back, clear the Triforce room, and he's leaving level 7.
Yep. And then he's heading to 8. Nope, the other one, 5.
5. 5 is probably a smaller dig. Though 8 is closer to 9?
But 5, all he has to do is chuck some meat at a dead man and be on his way.
Very true. He just has to walk
Assuming
straight up.
there's nothing meaningful in the room immediately behind it blocking the Triforce.
He's gonna do the world wrap, it looks like. Go get his silvers off the coast and then continue straight over and then go up to 5. So this is actually good routing.
Yeah, you know what? Fine. It means that you don't have to worry about a Goma block anymore.
Well, no, you need the silver. So, oddly enough, bomb right. There you go, Kennedy J. Now buy the bombs. So, we have actually had people forget that there are items on the coast, like the silver arrows, the bow, required items for 9. And you make it into the Ganon fight, and then you're trying to quick swap through your menu, and all of a sudden you don't have silvers, and it's like one of the worst feelings in the world. And a lot of us have done it before.
I commentated one of those last week, in fact.
Oh, Bonnie!
Yep. It's like, I saw it, so I must have it.
Yes. You're like, oh, I think I've got this. We're fine. And then you get into the Ganon fight, and you're like, oh. But yeah, I was rooting for Bommy on that one. There's the ladder pickup for Kennedy J. He's going to get his Triforce out of 7. Thanks, game, for telling us that Gleeok is at the Woodsword Cave. Here comes, you gotta work your way up to it, but this should not take very long for latebit. Buy the bombs. Nope, we're gonna keep it for arrows, and I can kind of understand this on Kennedy J's side, arrows or keys. And he hasn't even seen the bait block in 5 yet.
Hi, Patra. Bye, Patra.
To answer your question in chat, so Kennedy J is a little bit further behind because he has more overworld exploration. And I understand that this is not going to make very much sense, but 4 of our levels were behind power bracelet locations. And he got the power bracelet out of level 3, which is all the way in Death Mountain. And then he just hasn't actually gotten around to finding the remaining power bracelet locations, because now that he's got Recorder, he's got so many more places to check for those remaining levels that it's just kind of dragging his time out a little bit.
He kind of last locationed half the game.
Yeah, just because of how it is playing out. So he's headed in the right direction now. There were also, a couple of, on both sides, there have been some unfortunate deaths and just inconvenient routing. It's just one of those things where you got all the items and now the game's just throwing all of these possibilities at you, and it's just going to take a little bit longer to get back to the ones that you need.
Now, the beginning of the seed was brutal. We saw more deaths than we saw, like, Octoroks in the first 10 minutes.
Yep. All right, guys. Latebit is going into level 9. Messenger Death, what are we looking for in level 9?
The magical shield.
No. We don't have Boomstick on, sadly, so that's not a possibility.
No, I would like that. We are looking for 2 things at this point. If we found the any key, the wand, great, whatever. But what we really want to find is Ganon, so we can stab it, and then stab it with a different thing that's more expensive. And we want to find a shutter door that doesn't... We want to find that shutter door very specifically, because behind there is Zelda.
Alright, there's the Triforce pickup for 2 out of 2 for Kennedy J. So Kennedy J is going to be able to go to 6, but he's got all of these other checks that he's going to go look at first. He's also going to pick up his silvers off the coast. Oh, look at this map!
That's Canada.
Does it have to be?
No.
Because they're not happy with us right now. But it can totally be Canada. I kind of see this is such a weird looking level 9. Okay, guy riding a horse or snail works. I see somebody like kneeling down to pet a golden retriever.
This is actually really small. What is this?
It
40
is.
room 9?
There's a whole column. There's actually like almost 2 whole columns missing.
Yeah.
All right, so there's level 8 for Kennedy J. He hopefully is about to find level 6 if he's whistling to 2. Oh, there we go. So unfortunately, it's going to drop you on the wrong side of the screen. Now, latebit, yes, latebit does have a potion. I think he still has a usage left. Kennedy J is going to go into 5. Unfortunately, he won't know until he gets into 5 that he needs bait to get the Triforce out of here.
Everybody was sitting around with so much money at the beginning of the seed, and no one bought a bait until they needed it.
Well, I mean, we don't normally. So unless you find really cheap bait and you have a ton of money, there's not a like you can pick it up, but you might not want to. Kennedy J with the white sword is also not going to worry about the heart in the staircase.
Yeah, but my luck is historically bad. And I mean historically. I think Voltaire wrote about it. I am certain a bait block would appear in every seed I have. Ooh! Pig?
Oh, potion. Get the potion or the stun lock. There we go. With the magical sword, he only needs 4 hits. He's able to get the final hit on Ganon. Let's see if Zelda's hiding out next door. No.
You don't need defenses when you have guts.
Oh wait,
We've
did we
seen
see
Zelda? She's like 4 rooms away.
Oh, okay. I was a little bit worried. I'm like, wait, what are we doing?
It's like we go up and right here, and that's it.
Ah, okay. I was a little bit worried. I was like, why didn't we walk through that door?
Okay. Everybody find a way to send G's using the power of internet telecommunications.
Yes, for latebit, finishing with, this is a great time, by the way, finishing with an official race time GG time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds.
That's kind of bonkers, not only because it's all ones, which satisfies me in unexplainable ways, but also because it was a 7-try seed that got done in 111.
Yes, but we had some very friendly items once we actually found levels.
7-try seed with a required bait block, perhaps.
Yes.
Maybe not required, but
4 levels behind a power bracelet. Welcome and GG's to latebit.
Thanks. That one was
Yeah. So I still can't get over the fact that you guys had 4 levels behind power bracelet spots.
Yeah, you don't get that PB out of 3 early. You're just kind of bottlenecked for a while.
Yeah, unfortunately,
we have top men now figuring out the odds. Top men.
Oh, Kennedy J. He did not see the bait block. So oddly enough, this kind of came down to when you found 3. It was one of, I think, like, you found 3 and then you left Death Mountain and then you started finding all the power bracelet block levels. So you didn't really need to look for very much outside of the white sword item. Kennedy J has already done like tons of exploration on the other side of the world. So that was kind of one of the little places where some of the time difference started to come in.
Oh,
and still hasn't even found all the power bracelet lock dungeons. I don't think he set foot in 6.
Yeah, he hasn't. 6 is one screen to the left underneath the vanilla second quest 4 spot. So it's going to be a minute before he finds it. And the bow, I mean, so why did you decide to dig level 6 latebit?
Well, by the time I had made my way to the Triforce, I had already dug the heart out. And I knew where the Triforce was, so I felt kind of committed. And I said, well, I'm this deep in, I'm going to see what's here. So I cleared a few more rooms and just found that bow laying on the floor. So.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get some more GGs in chat for latebit, who, upon seeing the required bait block, in level 5 has gone ahead and forfeit. We're going to see if he's going to join us here for some words.
That's fair. Ain't no one want to go back for meat.
I don't think we found any cheap
Ain't no
meat.
one
I
want to go
certainly
back for
didn't.
meat.
I don't think we found
It's
any
in
cheap meat. I certainly
the
didn't.
Arrow store. It's
at
in
the open cave next to vanilla
Arrow
level 9.
store
Oh,
at
ew.
the open cave next to
Yeah.
vanilla. Welcome and GG's to Kennedy
Oh,
J.
ew.
Thanks, GG Late
Welcome
Bit.
and GG's to
And
Kennedy J.
GG's. This one's rough if you don't get that PB and hit those PB spots like right away.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was doing terrible. I just couldn't quite like string enough together. I mean, I had PB at 30 minutes, but there were just so many bunnies everywhere, and I just I don't know. I felt they're just making no progress. But I mean, by the time I figured everything out, it was a little too late, and I was like waiting for you to not done. So.
But yeah, this did kind of come down to, and I don't remember exactly why, but after Late Bit got the power bracelet, ran out of bombs. That's what it was. 3, was that where the bomb, the Triforce room ate your last bomb?
Was that 3? I
A
don't.
Moldorm, I think.
Moldorm. No.
Oh, because I was trying to figure out why you. So he gets the power bracelet out of 3, and he ends up going back to the start area, and I can't for the life of me remember exactly why at this point.
No, I came out of 3 and finished clearing West DM, and then I did a big loop down to the power bracelet spot by the
Okay.
Brave shop.
Okay.
So I'm not
Because
I'm not sure what seeds you were watching.
You stopped shy. Well, this is my second race today. So.
I got you. I got you.
my brain is yeah. It's been a long
I
day.
got you.
I've been up since 6 a.m.
got you.
But yeah. So for some reason you don't go into East Death Mountain. So you didn't find the red ring until later. And then you did end up getting into 8 and 1 and finding those. And then you finished burning what you had on that side of the forest. And then you just find 2 and 6. And it's like, okay, I'm done looking for stuff for a while. But it was just unfortunate for Kennedy J. You had done a lot more exploration on that side of the world already before getting back to the other side of the world where all of the levels are under freaking power bracelet spots. Like, what the heck, game?
Yeah. I felt like there was a chance that I might get Red Ring earlier because if you don't get to East Death Mountain, and I thought maybe I can, take advantage of it, but it took me a while to find levels.
Oh yeah,
like I feel like I cleared a ton of the overworld and had like.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of the difference comes down is that you cleared a ton of the overworld, but unfortunately the game was being a troll and it put everything behind power. Like I was asking PDX Rex if he could do the odds on that one because that's 4 levels out of 8. 8 normal levels in one seed that are behind a power bracelet. Yeah, it's the vanilla second quest 4. So you were almost there, and then the bow's on the floor.
Well, I was not going to come anywhere close then because I had decided that I thought the other item in 8 was the bow because I had the hint for feat of strength, and I said, well, there can't be. I've got 3 power bracelet spots, and I know it's not 2, and I know it's not 1, so it's got to be 8. I would have never gone back to find 6. So.
Yeah, I mean, and I was just going. He's probably when I saw the hint, I was like, oh no, he's gonna think that's the second item in 8.
That is what.
And it makes sense. It makes perfect sense because at that point you haven't seen 6 yet, so it does make sense. But combat wise, you guys were both. There were a couple of overworld deaths just because the overworld sucked. But like for the most part, you guys were doing great. That red ring when Kennedy J got back to pick it up, really helped out in the like bubble nastiness rooms, like the map room of 3, the compass room of 3, the double moat.
Yeah.
Like Late Bit, by the way, that was some amazing combat because chat was just going, oh no, he's gonna die, and we're all just watching, and then you just didn't die. You did great. You got the compass, and it was very well done because he did that without Red Ring.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it helps that they roll down. It really
Oh
does.
yeah. Yeah, things were some things were definitely
Yeah.
squishy today.
yeah, that was like the one okay thing. But when I and I was so far behind anyway, but in 4 when I had like finally I got the book and I knew where the Triforce was and like then ran out of keys and it was like okay and then couldn't get back because of I didn't have enough hearts to fight all the Wizrobes again on the
Yeah.
transport and
Key very much an issue in this seed.
Yeah, there was Kennedy J did at least I'm hoping this was Kennedy J. You did really good candle boost.
Yes,
Key.
that was like the one bright spot of
So I'm going, he can set this up if that Wizrobe would just cooperate. And then the Wizrobe's like, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was a beautiful Kananaki. That was very well done. Because you have to push the block and the candle gets you through the door. So that was very, very good. And then yeah, there was a lot of really good points all over the place. But I will, because I'm sorry, it's getting late for me, ask you guys if you have any final thoughts about the seed. Now, unfortunately, I do believe this is the end of the road for you, Kennedy J.
This is it. But I had a fun time. It had been a while since I had played, and I was happy to join the tournament. And great to get so many rounds of Swiss, and then got a chance to get a couple extra games here. But I knew latebit is so good. I knew that it was going to be a big uphill battle, but had a lot of fun. And best of luck to you moving on, latebit.
Appreciate it. GG's. Yeah, and these flags are so unpredictable, and plus I'm just a streaky player in general that this could have gone either way. Any of these matches can go either way. I just had things fall in my lap tonight, I guess.
Well, you played well. 2 great seeds, so best of luck.
Appreciate it. GG's, and good luck going forward if you keep playing this disaster of a game.
Hey, your file names had nothing to do with hating the game today, so I was very happy.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure that was you. Then somebody asked if you guys had the bait block Zelda, and I was like, I don't think that was them.
I figured I'd come in with a PMA tonight and see how things went.
But all right, we definitely want to thank our runners for a highly entertaining race, and yeah, GG's to the both of you. Good luck moving forward, latebit. We want to thank Messenger Death for hanging out and doing commentary with me, hopping in at the last minute. And we definitely
want to thank you for the highly entertaining pun.
Okay. It wasn't intentional. But we definitely want to thank PDX Rex for doing his first restream. Yay! And doing the tracking in the background. Thank you very
Awesome.
much,
Thank you,
Rexy.
Rex.
Yeah, thanks. That was awesome.
But yeah, there are 2 more races, 2 more races to come, or actually just about, I think getting 2300 is 11 p.m. Eastern.
It's 25 minutes from now.
Thank you. We're getting close. I have to try to convert it from military to Eastern to Central, so my brain just goes, nope, we're done. On Speed Gaming Prime, we're going to have Big Slamu taking on Antlers at 11 p.m. And then also at 11 p.m. on Speed Gaming 3, we're going to have Chrono JJ taking on Zarnax 42, which is the Lorule Bracket. It is game 1 out of 3. So 2 really good matches. And yeah, hopefully you guys all have a really great night.
Thank you again.
Thanks, everybody.
Everybody.